Hi guys, I'm here today with another very interesting surveillance camera set. Comes with the camera and the solar panel, super small. You can see that here. It's amazing how small the whole thing is. And despite the small size, it has everything what we can expect these days from such a camera. It has a built-in battery, of course, so it can work day and night, also without direct sunlight. But of course, the solar panel will charge the battery, then it can run for a very long time. It has built-in microphone and speaker, and the speaker works also as a siren, has also a built-in light for illumination during the night. The camera comes also with AI motion detection, and as a really nice awesome extra we get a free 3 days rolling cloud for lifetime. That's very helpful. But of course we also have micro SD card storage for long-term video storage. So we have pretty much everything what we can expect from such a camera, and it comes in very small format, so it should work in pretty much every place. So I'm going to take it out of the box, show you what you get, and then how you can work with it, show all the settings, and of course a lot of live footage from the day and also from the night. And so here again the package with some description, features, specs here in the bag. But let's open it, see what we get here. Everything comes well organized. Here's the flexible mount, a lot of plastic, very few metal. This is what we like to have, very few rust. Here's some charging cable, and then the mount, long cable, and the solar panel. Of course, it's not a very large solar panel, but based on my experience, we do not need a large solar panel when we have it in a good location with a lot of sun and not many false alerts. What's very good here is that we have a standard USB-C plug here, so in case you really need a larger solar panel, you can use another one. Comes in with some installation material. We get even the drill templates and the full instructions manual in English, and of course the information for the free app. So it's the O-KAM Pro App. That's one which I've never used before. Will be very interesting to see what we can do there. And so here's the camera, really nice, beautiful, small, doesn't have a lot of weight, so should be easy to mount. It's using standard 1/4 inch tripod mount, so we can use any other mount as well. So here we have the opening. By the way, of course, we have also the opening in the opening for the solar plug. And so we have the on-off reset, power port, and the opening for the micro SD card. By the way, there's no micro SD card included, so you can choose the size which you want. Just make sure that you're using a fast one, at least class 10 or so. What I really like is the easy reset here, so we don't have to use a pin. So we scan the QR code in the instructions and then go to the website. And this brings us then even to the official Play Store. So we download and install it. And so I'm adding here good quality 32 gigabytes micro SD card. And by the way, the pins go to the back of the camera. So we push it fully inside. The best is if you format this outside on a PC with FAT32, but of course you can also format it in the camera. Then we remove all the stickers here, double sticker on the camera. Then for the free app we have to register an account. I think it's not possible to use it without an account, so we click on register. And the registration through the email was super easy. Of course, after that we have to give the permissions so it will work correctly. Of course, also for the notifications. And then let's see how easy this is to connect. Let's click on add. If you have already added camera, of course you can add a lot of these cameras here, not only one. For the first one you can click here. For the next one you have to click here on the plus. And so I'm scanning the QR code here with the app. Okay, that was quite helpful. I love this. Of course, it's highly recommended to give a full charge before we start everything, also before we do the connection process. And so let's long press here on the on button. Let's see if that works. Here we get a blue light and confirmation.
TS card detection normal.
Okay, sounds very good. Let's click
Please
on
use the
next.
app for Wi-Fi configuration.
Of course, I have to blur my Wi-Fi credentials here. So we choose a 2.4G Wi-Fi network. And it's also very important to be already connected to the same 2.4G network with this phone. After the camera is connected, you can connect to any other network, even using 3G, 4G, 5G, GSM or so. This is just for the connection process. So let's click on next, confirm again. And now we have to hold the QR code in front of the camera. Let's see if we can read that. We got confirmation.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Please wait.
Okay, sounds very good.
The Wi-Fi connection succeeded.
Oh wow, that was super fast, super easy, super fast. I love it. Let's see if we can get a live view. And so we have a live view. You can see my hand. Of course, there's a little bit of a delay, but definitely not much. One of the better responses here. And of course, very important to activate push detection, motion detection, and cloud video recording activation. So that's pretty cool. With a lot of other apps, you have to search these three very important settings. Here we get them right away on the first page. So let's go outside, mount the camera, and then let's go from there. We got already first detection. Okay, seems to work. And so I wanted to show you my experience after around 24 hours. And here we have the cam, and it's not on my phone. It's actually on the Android emulation on my Windows PC. That's also an awesome thing which you can use. So you cannot only use the same login on different phones, you can also use that on Android emulation on a Windows PC. That's absolutely awesome. I can definitely confirm that this is not working for all the cameras. Yeah, of course it shows sometimes some ads for the cloud, of course. But definitely a huge plus, and not only regarding that, but also regarding almost everything else. You can see the camera here, and you can see the awesome image. Here we are on Super HD. If you have the possibility with good connection to your Wi-Fi, then I highly recommend to use this, because it's absolutely awesome. It's a really fantastic quality. We can even use the zooming. You can see how much we can zoom in, and not only zoom in, we can also point the camera around. But of course there are some limitations. It's not an optical zoom, it's just the digital zoom, but it's really impressive what we have. And not only the live view is impressive, but also all other functions. It's absolutely amazing what we can do. And we have the microphone. You can probably even hear the wind, because it's very windy at the moment. But I could also turn it off, but then we could not hear the alarm, which I could start directly from here. So if you are watching something and you want to emit an alarm, you can do that. So I stop talking and I click on that. So it has stopped, and I could also turn on the light, but of course that won't help during the day, only during the night. You can make a picture, at least on the phone. I think not on the emulation. That's probably the only thing which is not working on the emulation, but everything else I think is working here. So let's go back here. So let's go back here to the normal overview. I mean, basically it starts with these tabs here. We have the live view, we have the cloud playback, and we have the TF card playback. Going to show you that later. Then we have these options here. Can see we have the motion detection function, but it's also in the settings. I'll show you that later. We have the intercom, which you can use to talk to people. We have the siren again, we have the light, we have screenshot possibility from here, record night vision activity zone, that's also in the settings, and the human frame, which you can activate, and it will show you a frame around person when it detects somebody. Yeah, I think I found the option for the better zoom here. We can use that. So that's much easier here. So you can long press, you can see that's absolutely awesome. How cool we can zoom in, zoom out here. Never seen that before with another camera. And then of course let's go to the settings. Let's go back here. By the way, you can see it's charging, and it's not only now charging while there is sun on the solar panel. It was already showing charge early in the morning. I think around 8 o'clock I checked, and it was in total shade and it was already showing charge. So this confirms that we have very efficient solar panel and charging components. Here in the overview we have the option to silence it for a specific time or share it from here with QR code. Then here we have the upgradable playback. I think that's also cloud, but I'm going to show you that later. So let's start with the settings. Of course, that's the most important thing at the beginning. So we have the cloud storage here again. Says 3 days until service expires. Then of course, very important notification settings. We have a siren, definitely not recommended when you're close to a neighbor to turn it on, but definitely works. Then we have push notification, requires of course permission on the app. And then we have email notification, something which I've never seen with another app, really interesting function. Then the device settings, device volume for microphone and speaker. We can hide the indicator light so nobody will see anything if you don't turn on the light. Then the video management. So you can use it on a ceiling or on a side or whatsoever. You can add the time watermark, which I have. You can even switch the Wi-Fi network. Then we have different power modes. I'm currently in the power saving mode, which I highly recommend for longer time. I've been using the smart sleep mode where it's recording continuously. That's also something which is super hard to find, and if you can find this, usually cameras will record for 1 or 2 hours, and this camera has been recording for much longer. Probably it will work for 1 full day or so. This is absolutely amazing, but of course then the battery will be drained. I mean, this function will stop when it's less than 30%. I've already tested it and worked, but for example, if you have a large solar panel and direct sunlight, you could work this for continuous recording, and that's with a battery operated camera. Absolutely amazing. Then we have also super power saving mode if you don't have a lot of sun, also an option, but this is recommended here, power saving mode. Then we have different motion detection frequencies. Then we can set the time how long the video will be recorded. Of course, automatic is suggested. That's also something which not every camera has. Human detection on, and then the human frame, going to show you that later, has no impact on the recording itself. And the auto wake up. Of course, when you have the camera in smart sleep mode, the reaction time will be much faster. I'm going to show you that later. Then the device health, just some technical information about the device, don't have to show you that. Monitoring functions, of course, motion detection has to be on. Detection distance, we can change that if needed, if you have too many false alerts. Motion detection frequency, cloud video recording. Of course, even with the free cloud, we have to turn it on. Again, recording duration. Alarm flashlight, only recommended of course when you're not too close to a neighbor. And then another super highlight, activity zone. So in an area like here we can eliminate pretty much all the false alerts. So I can clear all, and you can see we have 2 things. The outside unit of the AC, which is emitting some heat, could cause some false alerts, and then of course the moving trees. So this is what I don't want here. So we are eliminating everything here and everything down here. So make sure that you have then an area which is clean as possible without any moving parts. And this will definitely help to eliminate most of the false alarms, as I can show you later. We can even add a detection schedule. Then we have some AI smart service. Can connect it to Alexa. Then the TF card settings. Can set the recording time for the TF card. So looks like we can set the recording time for the TF card separately. Absolutely awesome. Choose to record with sound or not. Format, highly recommended at the beginning. Then share and help center. That's absolutely awesome. I've never seen so many options with a battery operated camera. Absolutely phenomenal. These are options which we usually just see with wired cameras. And now the moment which you have been waiting for, we want to see the final result, if these things are really working. So let's go to the messages. And so what we can see here, of course we can choose the date here. And so we are at December 8th and there are no messages and nobody has been there in front of the camera, which means it has not produced any false alerts at all. And even when checking the day yesterday, we have only the active movements. It has 0 false alerts and it has never missed me when I was there in the back. So I've been there 4 times in each direction, means 8 recordings, and there are definitely 8 recordings. So let's start with this one here. And you can see we had really nice weather yesterday, pretty cool. And we have seen also the frame, that's the human frame here, the green part. You can also see how good this is. We can make this larger. So I've stopped this here so you can see how sharp everything is. Excellent colors, great sharpness, good dynamic range, and it has also picked me up pretty early. I mean, not right at the time when I enter through the gate, but pretty early. Let's do next thing. I'm coming from the left side. You can see picked me up also very early. This is the normal recording when it has to go out of sleep with the PIR sensor, and then I've changed it to the always recording, and you can see the difference here. It picked me up, of course, right away when I entered through the gate. Here also same thing from the left side, it picked me right away, but of course this needs much more battery. And then here a sample during the night, where you can see it starts black and white, but with the smart illumination it activated the light and turned into colorful footage. And I think same thing here, in a sudden turns on the light and then makes it colorful. And then we have the starlight option. That's an option which you can use when you have some remaining light. For example, like here in the back, I have some Christmas illumination. It's actually much darker than what you can see. So the camera is doing a really good job on using the remaining light. So absolutely awesome. Of course, you have the options to download, share, put things into trash bin. So these are absolutely fantastic results. We have also the mine, where we have the album. If you have downloaded manual footage, then you can see that here. So that was the cloud playback, of course, and you can see how responsive this is. Definitely a huge thing. The 3-day free loop recording cloud storage definitely helps. It's much faster than TF card, but also they are doing great job regarding TF card. I've never seen a battery operated camera showing TF card footage so fast. Absolutely awesome. Here you can see the active recording. Yeah, it looks like by accident I've activated that again. So it's recording the whole time. You can see it has been running yesterday, for example. Every 5 minutes a video, the whole time, over hours and hours and hours. I've never seen that before with another camera. But of course, when we go back here a little bit more, we can see that it has also the detection footage, not only everything which has been automatically recorded, but also the things which we have here in the detection. And that's from the TF card. Watch how fast this is loading. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I've never seen so many options. I've never seen a camera which was so reliable regarding recording, also reliable regarding the whole app. The app never got stuck. I haven't found any bugs. Footage is great. So the whole package is absolutely phenomenal. So definitely my favorite battery operated camera at the moment. There's absolutely no question about that. And so I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order 1 or 2 or 3 of them if you like them too. Would make absolutely sense, especially as long as they are so cheap as at the moment. They come at a really super low price. Maybe it's just before Christmas, I don't know. But I would say, yeah, that's it for now. I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.